Hey y'all! So it is time for another European adventure. This time we are going to 2 countries, but we're only going to 2 cities. Well, kind of. We have to land in different places, but primarily we're only spending real time exploring 2 cities. The first one is Valencia, Spain. Some other things, we're only taking public transit. No rental car this time. That was a lot, wasn't it?
It was a lot.
So public transit, trains, subways, taxis, buses. Anyway, we're excited and well, come along with us. A quick fact about Valencia before we arrive. In addition to Spanish, a local language is also spoken called Valenciano. Oh my gosh, we made it. I have a whole story for you guys later, but I will get to that when I've had some sleep. But we've made it to Valencia. We're walking to our hotel. We're currently walking through an underground tunnel that that leads to the metro and under the roads. So yeah, we like it. We made it to our hotel. It's small, but I think that's a hide a bed. But yeah, this will work. I'm not 100% sure where the bathroom is, to be honest. Oh, the bathroom's over here. And My little sister. Oh, look at that nice shower. Ooh. All right, small, but this will definitely work. Good morning. Here's the view from our balcony. We are about to head to a market, and it is a gorgeous day. Hello, I hope you guys can all hear me. So now that I'm functional, I will update you on yesterday. So we flew into Madrid from the States. It was a direct flight, but to get to Valencia, we decided to take a train, which is great. Spain has, I think, the second most number of high-speed trains, in the world. I think they're only second behind China. So they have plenty of trains, and the trains are fairly affordable. However, we missed our first train because I booked too short a time between when the plane landed and the train. We only had 2 hours. So you need at least 3. By the way, I'm sorry if it's a little loud. I have the doors open because it's warm in this room, but nice and cool outside, but it is loud. Anyway, so 2 hours. Getting through passport customs took longer than expected. And then once we went through passport customs, we had to catch a commuter rail, thankfully, from the airport to the train station. And waiting for the train did take a little bit, but the cost for the commuter train was only like €6 for the 2 of us. So that was really affordable. Once we arrived at the train station, we had to switch out our tickets from our old ones, the ones we'd missed, to the next train. We weren't able to do it online. We tried on the way there, and we were having issues at the kiosk, so we went to the customer service. Thankfully, the customer service was really fast, but there was a line, so be aware of that. It also cost us an extra €24 for a change fee. Not too big of a deal, but is a thing. So yeah, you can change your tickets on the Refeo lines, but there is a change fee cost. Again, it was $48 total, really reasonable, and on top of what we'd already paid for our tickets. So once we got our tickets, then we were waiting to see what platform we were on. Well, we didn't realize until like 15 minutes before our train was supposed to leave that, we have to go through like this little mini security area and have our luggage checked. They just run it through an X-ray machine. So we did that. And then we joined this very long queue to get on our train. Again, since it was nice and long, we weren't worried about missing it. But it did take a while. The ride itself was absolutely gorgeous once we got out of the city. Just rolling hills of deep, rich, colored fields and wooded areas. There were some mountains in the background. It was gorgeous. I could have looked at it all day. I like traveling by train. It's fairly fast, and you get to just see more of the country. You don't have to like sit there and pay attention like you do while you're driving. You can just relax. I caught up on my journaling and watched the scenery. It was great. So I highly suggest it. Like I said, it's a 2-hour train ride from Madrid to Valencia. It's actually less than 2 hours. It's like an hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, and then once you get out, once you leave the train station in Valencia, our hotel was only like 1.5 kilometers away, if that long. It might have been less than that. Anyway, so we just walked. You can't take a taxi. The line for the taxis was really long though. I didn't want to deal with it. And besides, I didn't want to pay it when we could have walked. We've been sitting all day. It felt good to walk. But yeah, after that, we met up with my sister. We went to dinner and had we had an early evening. It was a long day.
here a few of the most important things that we do have currently in our city. And let me ask you something. Do you know which one is the most popular dish that we eat here in Valencia?
Paella.
Perfecto. And which one is the most popular fruit that we export from here? Oranges, you're right. So rice and paella and oranges were not here before the Muslims. Muslims brought here rice, oranges, saffron, silk. How do we produce ceramics? And between the 20 to 30% of our current vocabulary, every single word which starts with the letters AL, like the name of this building, ALMOINA, has an Arabic legacy. Okay, so for us, Muslims were super important. And they brought here an ingredient that I'm going to show you right now. And we are madly in love with this ingredient. Let's see if you know what's that. Take a look, guys. What's this? Do you call this in English tiger nut?
Alright, Valencia has been fantastic. We've done a walking tour this morning, we went to the market. Now we're gonna go find some lunch. I think we're gonna go with Kelton's love of finding Mexican food. Alright, so the name of the restaurant is just Burrito, and I got a bowl with chicken, and it's pretty good. So now we're gonna see if it intimidates us like it did in Ireland. Which somehow that was the only spicy thing we had. So here's Kelton. And how is it?
Mostly tortilla.
That happens. But so far so good. Nothing too crazy spicy. Alright, we had lunch. I'm feeling a whole lot better. I'm not used to the eating so late. Anyway, now we are headed to get churros and horchata and maybe hot chocolate. I don't know. I'm letting my little sister lead. Point being, I feel a whole lot better. All right, this is the place that our tour guide suggested to stop for horchata and churros.
Wait.
All right, honey. Good evening. It has been a very long, very busy day. I definitely took a nap. 100% worth it. And we are headed to dinner with my younger sister. We are headed to a Michelin star restaurant. It's a little early birthday celebration for her, and it's called Lienzo. Sorry. My Spanish is not the best. Anyway, we're super excited. I'm not going to record in there, but I do want to take pictures of all of our dishes and show them off because I'm hoping they'll be really pretty. pretty it is. It's just gorgeous out here. I love these narrow roadways. There's another entrance to the cathedral. This one is supposed to have faces over the doors of the original men and women that financed it. It still took a long time. They never saw it finished, but it's beautiful. Their names are supposed to be carved into it too, but I am not sure where, to be honest. Today we are going to check out the Archaeological Museum. This city is founded on Roman ruins, or the Romans started it, either way. If you look through here, you can actually see some of the ruins. I cannot remember what this room was supposed to be that's below the water, but it's really cool. So I'm excited to go inside the museum. I think we can actually go down there. We'll find out. We are now below the reflecting pool, and these were Roman baths. Isn't this cool? There was a changing room, a hot room, and a cold room. Warm room, sorry. Changing, warm, and hot room. Okay, check out this condition, the condition of this tile. Like, it's still in good condition hundreds of years later. That's awesome. Okay, this is a really popular museum. It's only €2 to visit, and so many ruins. I mean, just look. Also, farther over there, and way over there, there are some skeletons. I don't know if they are real or not. We're going to ask, but there definitely talks about graves and the fall of the various iterations of the city. So yeah, they may be reconstructions, but if not, we'll find out. By the way, this section of the city over here that I'm showing you now was where they stored grain, and for easy access. Okay, this museum was really cool, and my little sister asked, and yes, the skeletons are real. The two that are under the walkway are part of a necropolis, and the one that's by himself off to the side died in a war of some sort. That's all I know. I think she said that they were about 800 years old from what she got from the museum staff, but I'm not sure because a lot of the answers are in Spanish, and our Spanish is, well, hers is a whole lot better than mine. But yeah, so be respectful if you come to this museum. There's a lot of history and graves. So the other drink of Valencia is the agua de de Valencia, which is champagne, orange juice, gin, and vodka, I believe. Anyway, we're gonna try one at this place that our guide suggested yesterday.
Gracias. I'll get one.
Look how pretty it is inside.
¿Para cuánto?
Para dos.
Okay, so the agua de Valencia was delicious. They are also dangerous. So make sure you get a small one if it's the first time you've had one, and if you want to go walk around. The rest of my party is laughing at me. Now we're gonna go check out what it's supposed to be the second best view in Valencia. The first one is the bell tower, but we didn't want to climb it and pay €2. So this next one is free. All right, we're going to climb this. This was once the north gate to the city of Valencia during the Christian era, and I cannot remember the years at the moment. I will figure them out and put them in. The stairs are over there, but we're gonna do some exploring and look at the other side before going up. So the actual name of these are the Serrano Towers, and they used to be part of a city wall on either side. The wall was demolished. Part of the reason that this was kept in the first place is because at the time it was a prison. So, fun facts. But now it is a tourist attraction, and it's really pretty. It's a great bit of history. All right, now we're gonna go climb. Apparently there's about 50 steps. Here is the view from the top of the Serrano Towers. From what we've learned, Serrano means from the mountains. And there, in the distance, you can see the mountains in question. Pretty pretty. So, yeah. Oh. So, down here, and over here, that was a little bit farther down, I guess. That was once the riverbed, and then in the 60s, the river flooded and destroyed a lot of the city, so they rerouted it. And now it's a green belt. Here's the view from the other side of the tower. You can see the cathedral. And it's just a very gorgeous view. Apparently, it is rarely cloudy here. They have very temperate weather being on the Mediterranean, or Adriatic. Well, part of it's on the Mediterranean, I guess the southern portion, but this port would be the Adriatic. So, just fantastic. This is Valencia Cathedral. There's the bell tower. You can walk all the way up to the top for €2, but apparently the staircase is very narrow and there's over 200 steps. The cathedral was built from the, I think, 13th through 18th century? Is that what they said yesterday? The cathedral was built from the 13th to 18th century?
Thereabouts.
Yeah, about 500 years due to lack of funds. And it's €8 to enter, and it holds what is thought to be the real Holy Grail. We may Alright, so there is an archaeological section of this museum. It's downstairs. The stairs are kind of narrow, but it's so cool. I like tunnels and underground stuff, so this is right up my alley. Don't know much about them because all the signs are in Spanish or Valenciano, but I can still appreciate. Okay, this is definitely worth the $8 because this museum is 3 floors. It's fairly small, but the cathedral itself is large and it's gorgeous. And whatever your feelings on religion, they were patrons of the arts, and it's a great way to see art throughout history and different artists. It's just, and stained glass. Stained glass is always gorgeous too. So if you are in Valencia, I definitely suggest coming to the cathedral. It's worth the €8. Bus, public transport was great. It took us just a few minutes to come down here to the City of Arts and Sciences. So let's go. Okay, so it's currently late February, but Valencia is on the Mediterranean, as I've said before, and it is a Mediterranean climate. And look how gorgeous. I think. Okay, so here is the arts building with like an IMAX theater in it and such. These fun cones around everywhere are actually elevators that lead down into the lower levels, or the riverbed, because this is the river that was diverted. But yeah, so accessibility friendly. And then I have no idea what these buildings are yet. We're going to find out. But they are pretty. Like, seriously, check out some of this architecture. But first, we have a garden to walk through. I mean, look how pretty this is. So, excited. I like gardens. Anyway, the City of Arts and Sciences is gorgeous. Alright, so one of the things you can do here at the City of Arts and Sciences is you can rent a boat or a various kinds and paddle on this little man-made lake. And it's actually quite popular. That's a science building, I found out. And that's a theater, I think. But yeah, this is really cool. It's a very popular area. Good morning. We are here on our third and final day in Valencia. It has been a fantastic time. We're currently waiting on a bus. Yay for public transit. It is €150 one way, and I'm not really sure what we're doing this afternoon, so it makes sense for us just to get a one-way ticket. If we do have to pay again, it's just another $150 each. But yeah, so today's a chiller day. There's not so many museums and such. We're gonna have some local food later. And we made it to the Mediterranean. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's a little chilly out here today, but it's beautiful. So ignore my comments earlier about the different seas because I totally got them all mixed up. The Adriatic, the Aegean, and all that. This is definitely the Mediterranean. It is gorgeous. It's a bit chilly. I have sand in my shoes because, of course, I only brought tennis shoes. And it's really a little bit too chilly to go completely barefoot. Yeah, just enjoy the moment, the quiet for a moment. Does that have lettuce?
Yes.
Underneath? Just smush it. No, I mean like the whole thing.
Are we sure? Is that the move?
I think that's what everyone else has done.
I think we should leave it up to her. I don't think they cut it though. That was interesting.
Maybe just have to tear it.
Oh, there we go. There's a slice. There we go.
Put a bunch of cheese on it and we'll go for it.
I don't want to take the first one.
No, go for it. I want to see it. I want to see. Alright. I need your opinion now. You ready, honey?
It's cheese.